crucial time for every student who is going to take this IELTS exam soon. This particular video is going to help you throughout your preparation because I'm going to add all those important tips, strategies in this particular session, which is requirement of every student preparing for IELTS. What exactly this exam is? This idea all the students are already having as per my guess, but there are some students who might be watching this video first time, means they are thinking of taking this exam soon. So let me first try to know about what this test is. It will take 5 to 10 minutes, and after that, I will be covering up all the module section: listening, reading, writing, speaking. And we are not only going to talk about introduction in this, each and every important strategy, common errors done by students, do's and don'ts in IELTS exam, appropriate strategies to answer any tough question you are going to get in this. We will try to differentiate different types of question. This entire session is going to help all those candidates who are little confused about this exam, and even after taking classes they are unable to organize their thought process. This is really going to help you to organize the ideas, what you need to do in exam and what need to be avoided, what are the good traits a student need to follow, what should be the timetable of the candidates who are going to prepare for this exam. So without wasting any more time, let me start. So first of all, the most important thing is what's the pronunciation of this word? It's IELTS. T is silent here. So what's the full form of IELTS? That's International English Language Testing System. International English Language Testing System. Okay, I hope you will be able to remember this. What is the duration of this exam? Yes, this exam is quite hectic. Most of the students after writing these exams are usually complaining about that they are exhausted, it has drained their energy. So here the first recommendation is try to write full length mock test before your exam so that you won't feel it difficult to continue for around 2 hours 40 minutes. So we can say approximately 3 hours. Minimum 1, maximum 9 band score one can achieve in this. IDP is conducting this exam in India. Before some years, even British Council was conducting this in India. But now British Council is not conducting this exam in India, but in rest of the world, other countries, British Council is still conducting. Right? What is the reason behind it? That's a long story. In any other class of mine, I will try to explain about it. The cost of exam is 16,250 rupees. It is not so important to tell you what's the cost of this exam, but at the same time, it will give you a fair idea about it. So make sure before writing your exam, you are going to prepare well. 2 years is the validity of this score. It is recommended to students don't try to start your preparation in the same year, at least 1 year earlier. Having a good band scorecard in hand is the best thing. This will save your time later on. So start your preparation early. This exam is of two types. What do we mean by two types? Academic. Academic is for those who are going for higher studies in abroad. There are most of the students who are planning to do their MS, MBA in abroad, and those students are writing academic. And another, we are having general training. This general training test is for those who are writing it for PR. What exactly is this PR? Permanent residential. For this, mostly students are writing it for Canada, but in Australia and New Zealand also, now IELTS is valid for PR. This exam is conducted in two modes: PBT, that is paper based test, and another is CDT, that is computer delivered test. What's the difference? Paper based test score you will be getting in 13 days approximately, whereas CDT, computer delivered test, nowadays it's quite in trend. Most of the students are opting for computer delivered because typing speed is better, and computer delivered test result we are getting earlier within 5 days. And even speaking in computer delivered test will be scheduled on the same day. So the one who can't take leave in between, they are preferring computer delivered test because this is saving their time. The first section here, or the module they are going to test, is listening. This listening is for 30 plus 10 minutes. Why I haven't written here 40 minutes? There is a reason, because these 10 minutes extra will be given only to those who are going to write paper based tests, so that neatly they can transfer their answers on a separate OMR sheet. What will be there in listening? There will be four sections, where the first section is dialogue, where two speakers are going to exchange some information with each other, and 10 questions will be based on that. Then we are having next section, that is section 2. This is a monologue. Mono means single person, log dialogue. So the one speaker is here, and what kind of conversation you are going to listen in this? The single person is going to tell you about any historical building, maybe telling you direction to some places. So mostly map related questions you will be getting in this. Single speaker you are going to listen in this. That's why it's a bit easy. Section 3 is comparatively difficult. This is in campus situation, group discussion among students on a study related topic, 10 question. This one is little tricky. You have to be very attentive in this particular part, because there are many students who are going to discuss on a study related topic in different accent, different pace. So all the students have to be extremely attentive, and even the question type here are very tough. The last section, which is section 4, is a lecture. And this lecture is equally difficult, and in between no break you are going to get. What kind of break? Till section 3, in between we are getting a break of approximately 1 minute, where 30 seconds you can review your answer, and 30 seconds you can preview the next set of questions. So up to section 3 we are getting this advantage, but in section 4 it will be at a stretch. There is no break in between. So because of that, sometimes some students find it difficult to read all the 10 question at a stretch, but with right preparation, that is easy to handle. Total questions will be 40 questions here. And is this easy to attempt? Yes. Students are even getting 9 band score in this. This is the only module where we can achieve whatever band score we are willing to get. This is the easiest one. There are 17 different types of questions we are having in this. 17 different types of questions. So what mostly in classes we are doing, we are trying to cover up each and every type of question with right practice. First, all the strategies are discussed with the students. And then one sample will be given by the trainer, And then we are asking students to attempt a similar set of question, a similar type of question. There are some question, for example, in the first part, there is a question where students can easily able to get all the answers correct mostly. So we are not going to waste time, but there are some types of question and some set of questions which are really difficult to handle. So our focus is more and extra practice till this time student is not going to get full marks in that. We are going to learn about it. At the same time, what else will be there during the training classes? All those important words spell drill, because if spelling will be wrong and listening, you are not going to get marks. There is no partial scoring in this. It's either 1 or 0. One question will carry 1 mark. Total 40 marks will be there. Later on, the division of this marks in band score will be given. If you want to get that, you can contact on the number given in the description. I will be sharing this PDF as well as the PDF of band score to you. You can ask that. That is free of cost. Now, let me know about all the rules and strategies to handle this listening. So, let me write all the tips one must keep in mind to be a good listener. The first thing is, initially they will start exam quite early without even giving the right direction to the student. Why they are going to start it all of the sudden? Because they want to settle down the students to make sure that every student is ready. It is also for the checking of the headphones they are going to provide you during the exam. If there is an issue, you can raise your hand at the same time and you can ask them to exchange it. In between, if you are going to ask for this, it might affect your timings, because they are not going to give any extra time to any student. So you have to be very sure that you are not going to go for any kind of break in between. Otherwise, you are going to lose your time. No extra time will be given to you in any condition. Now, the first tip is time management. If we see, this exam is all about balancing time and accuracy. That's it. Time management, as I already told you, that how they are giving us time, 30 seconds will be given to you for what? To review your answer, so that you can check your answers. Spelling, grammar, singular, plural. Again, they will be giving you 30 more seconds where they are going to announce it. You are having 30 seconds extra to read your question, means preview of the question. Now, some student used to relax during this time, and that's the first mistake any test taker can do. So now what's the strategy here? What's the tip here? That don't waste a single second during this exam. Relaxing during this time is going to take away your precious time of reading. And if you are thinking simultaneously, you are going to read, you are going to listen, and you are going to write your answer, highly impossible. There might be some students who are blessed with this multi skill, but rare those are. So, what is recommended to you? First, read the question when there is no audio. When you are clear about it, you have clear idea about it, you are able to predict the situation and the answer. After that, when you will be listening the recording, there is a surety of 99% accuracy. Now, recording will start. You have to pay attention. Simultaneously, in paper-based test, you can write your answer on the question booklet. But remember, we have to use pencil only. So the second tip here is use pencil only. In this exam, you have to use pencil only. We are not going to use pen. Now, the third important thing, what's the way of writing our answer? All caps lock means in capital letters, small letter, or sometimes small or sometimes capital letters. This is one of the most important questions students are asking. And this is very important for you to understand that when you are going to transfer your answer, you should use, it is recommended to you, each and every letter capital. Each and every letter in capital. Why this is recommended? The way I have written in this particular sentence. E capital, A capital, C capital. Why this is recommended to students? Now, you don't have to think about whether this is a proper noun or a common noun, because proper noun first letter is always capital. What are proper nouns? For example, city's name, address, when we are writing each and every letter is capital there, country name, your name, any title, brand name, rivers, mountains. So these are proper nouns, and here the first letter is always capital. Now, the third tip of listening is, fourth one. The fourth is, when you are going to write your answers, don't try to shift it simultaneously on separate OMR sheet in paper-based tests, especially because extra 10 minutes will be given to you. So if you are going to distract and you are trying to transfer your answers, then it will be a problem. So don't try to transfer answers on OMR sheet simultaneously. I hope it is clear to you, right? If there is any doubt, any question, you can type it in the comment section. For sure, I will be giving reply to your question, your message, right? So you are free to type about any question, any doubt. Now, the next important tip, usually it is said by the students that map based question, which are mostly in section 2 monologue, are difficult to answer. So what's the right strategy to handle map based question? Very easy strategy is there. In the beginning of the exam, they are going to give us some instruction. Those most of you might be familiar with. This exam is for 30 minutes. You will be getting some break in between. In the first section, there will be 10 question. First question, you will listen the recording again just to understand how you need to answer. These kind of common instructions are there. When those instructions are going on, at that time, you can make yourself familiar with the map. Now, when you are going to do so, you are going to be familiar with map. This will be easy for you to answer during the map because now your brain is well prepared to handle this. The next tip in listening I would like to give is MCQs. I know multiple choice questions are little breathtaking. Now, first let me try to understand why MCQs are difficult. Do you know why these are difficult? Because now we have to read more. First of all, question statement, then four options. When we are going to read all the options, and continuously 3 4 questions will be there MCQ. Some students even mentioned it that they got 10 questions of MCQ, right? That usually is a tough situation. So in MCQs you are having more content to read, and mostly we are taking time. Our comprehension speed is not so quick, and the adverbs they are using in between are also sometime causing some difficulty in the recording. Almost all the words are there, but any adverb which is going to change the meaning, reverse the meaning, will take your attention. And finally, what students are doing? Same to same words. This is the answer. No, that is never the answer. So, what you need to do, match the meaning, not the words. You must match the meaning, not the words. So, this is most important tip for multiple choice questions. Now, the next we are going to discuss here the seventh tip, that is attempt all the question. You must attempt all the questions. Why it is important to attempt all the questions? Because there is no negative marking. There is no negative marking, so it is highly recommended to you attempt all the questions in this exam. Then next we are having with us is in section 4, the one which is lecture. Make sure you are going to read all 10 questions in the before the audio starts. Why? Because the duration of lecture in section 4, the duration of that audio is very less. Means we can say this is fast track as compared to our section 1, 2 or 3. So you won't be getting any such break in between to read any of this statement. Try to highlight the keywords in the question. When those keywords you will be highlighting, that will help you to scan which part of the set of question they are going to cover up. So highlight the keyword. What exactly are the keywords? Keywords are those words which can stand alone, highlighting the main idea. So try to highlight the keywords. Now, in between, there might be a stage during the listening test when we feel like we've lost the confidence or track. Maybe you lost one answer, then don't let your brain engaged in that. Go with the flow, right? Go with the flow. Don't try to get the answer for the missing question. As you will be moving with flow, probability of high score is there rather than making our brain engaged in the one we already missed. So let it go. Stay confident during your exam. Make sure you are not going to pay attention to any of the test takers sitting around you, right? So stay focused. In between, if one or two answers you have missed, that is not going to make a big loss. So don't get panic in this. Yes, without any delay, it's time to start reading section. Reading is one of the tough section in this exam. And those who are already attempting mock test and the student who gave an attempt earlier, they are well familiar with this. New test taker usually feel that it's all about reading only. No, all the answers are in the passage only, and we will read and we will find out and we will be able to answer it. But it's not like that. It's not like that. It's quite tough to answer all these questions within 1 hour of time. What is there in this reading module? There are 3 passages. And I want to tell you here is a difference as well. Passage 1 for general training candidates is different. right? That is combination of some small kind of passages such as advertisement might be there. So this is different. It is combination of 2 to 3 small passages. That is for those who are writing it for general training, means PR. Then what is there for the other student? For the other students, passage 1 is of a long length. The length of these passages can be from 900 words up to 2500 words. So 300 words per minute speed is required for this particular exam. 13 questions will be there in the first passage. Then we will be having passage 2. Passage 2 is also, this is similar, almost a similar difficulty level for both academic and general training. And this passage 2 is having 13 questions again. Yes, medium difficulty level you are going to experience in this. A bit difficult as well, we can say. Then passage 3, the most difficult passage in this. Approximately 14 questions will be in this. Now, total number of questions you are going to get in this will be 40 questions. No extra time to transfer your answer. Remember this. Again, you are going to use pencil here. And when you are going to transfer your answer, you are going to use each and every letter in capital. How many types of questions? Around 17 types of questions. Now, here different trainers are having different opinion. Some are claiming only 11 types of questions are there. Now, why different opinions we do have in this part? Because there are, for example, two types of question under summary completion. Summary completion with option, summary completion without option. So, some consider summary completion under one category only. But I feel we must keep in two different categories. There is a reason. One is more time consuming and one is less time consuming. Now, most of the time we feel when options are given, then things are easy for us. But in this exam, that won't be the scenario. When options are given to you, they are always giving extra options. And those extra options are almost similar, so going to waste your time. And in this, if we are wasting our time, then we are losing our confidence with time, and it will be quite difficult for us to complete all the three passages within 1 hour of duration. So what is most important thing here? How we are going to do time management. Now, it's important to learn all about time management. This come under first tip only. First is time management. Okay, so before jumping into time management part, we need to understand what are the different things we need to do in each passage. One more idea I want to disclose here, as most of the students who are preparing at the moment for their exam, they can't give the right direction how much passages they need to do before exam, how many essays are important to write before exam, what should be their study plan. At the end of this entire session, I'm going to provide you proper timetable for 20 days. Trust me, if you will be able to follow that for 20 days, you will be able to get For sure 7 plus band score. 7 plus, right? All the things like how you need to start first, what you need to learn, like how to balance your strengths and weaknesses. So all these things we are going to learn at the end of this video. Please try to be here. Last 4 to 5 minutes I'll be covering up the timetable for the students who are preparing for this exam. Now, in time management, what do we have? First of all, we need to understand we are having total 60 minutes. No extra time to transfer our answer, as 10 minutes are given to transfer our answer in listening. Right. So I think here we can keep around 8 minutes. Now what is left with us? 52 minutes. Three passages. Passage 1, passage 2 and passage 3. Now this is also clear to us that difficulty level will be high when we are moving up to down, means from passage 1 to 2, 2 to 3, difficulty level will be high. Of course, we need to manage the timing. Here is one more question usually student ask. Can we start first passage 3? No, a big no. Why not? When we are going for any kind of exercise, are we lifting the heaviest first? No. Right? Warm up, light. So better to handle passage 1. In this, try to take 3 minutes to skim your passage. What skimming in detail, that you can learn during the sessions and we can implement it practically. It will be difficult for me to justify in such a short span of time. And we will be having then 13 questions, and of course 1 minute for each question we need to give. So what we left with? 16 minutes. We have already saved the time for our answer transfer. Again, 3 to 4 minutes to scan, plus 13 questions are there, 13 questions. So 13 minutes you are going to get, 1 minute for each question. And now the time you are going to spend here is 17 to 19 minutes. I know I'm now giving you 2 minutes extra, but those are important in between that range. Again, 3 to 5 minutes for this. 14 questions, so 14 minutes are here. So approximately 18 to 20 minutes here, more or less. In this way, we will be able to manage our time. Mostly we are unable to balance it. So a good rigorous practice can only save you in this. Attempting full length mock test will be very helpful. Please don't be overconfident that I can do this. I know I'm a good reader. I got always full marks in my comprehensions. This is not that type of comprehension we did in our school. Now, after time management, since second step you need to understand is understand the value of title. This we can say learn how to decode the title. Mostly as a reader, and especially under timed condition when we are writing any exam, we are not giving much attention to title. We feel like let me just read and answer the questions as fast as I can. Here is the problem. Without knowing the destination, driving in any direction is useless. So make sure you are going to understand what are you going to read, what your own knowledge is about that topic, what kind of information might be shared by the writer over there. This will make you a reader with purpose. And with such mindset, if not completely, at least just in skimming, you will be able to get at least 50% idea of the entire passage. Here, do we need to just quickly skim entire passage, means read faster than your normal speed? Now, here one another important tip is, if summary is given in the question, maybe some like complete the summary with the given option or something, try to read that summary first. Why? What is summary? Try to think. That is combination of main ideas. All the important ideas is equal to summary. So it will also help you to get an overall idea about it. Then the fourth trick is, make sure that you are familiar with all the type of question this reading exam can give you. Familiar with all types of questions. There are some questions which mostly is not a part of any online video, and it is even hard to cover up in single video all the tips because it's a course, and when we are learning the entire one, then only we can get best out of it. So there are certain type of question which are less time consuming and time management. There is nothing difficult if for the same exam 1.5 hour will be assigned to you. This exam is difficult because this exam is lengthy, difficult to manage the time. So it is important for us to understand less time consuming question and more time consuming question so that we can give importance accordingly. Then the fifth important thing is, read the given instructions carefully. One of my students once mentioned to me that in hurry at last they were asking me to write the letters, but by mistake I have written words. She did it for 5 questions, and just imagine she lost 5 marks out of 40. So make sure you are going to read all the instructions given in that particular set of question very carefully. There is another very important thing to be discussed here. It is written in the question paper, no, in the instructions especially, no more than 3 words and or a number. What do we mean by this? What do we mean by this? So there are different probabilities of writing answer. You can write your answer only as one number. N refers here for number. You can write it only one word here. You can write 2 words as well, right? Then you can even write 3 words. That is also one probability. You can write one word plus one number. You can write 2 words plus one number. You can even write 3 words and a number. So in 7 ways you can write your answer. Now the seventh tip in reading is, make sure when you are going to transfer your answer in a separate OMR sheet while transferring your answer, you need to be very careful with spelling. Exactly that spelling you need to pick, which is already stated over there. Spelling you need to check. Another thing you have to be careful is grammar over there, whether singular word or phrase, what is needed. and sequence of answers as well. So while transferring your answer, three things you need to keep in your mind. Those are spellings, grammar, and sequence of answer. Now, eighth point here is, in some questions, special instructions are given with NB. NB, that is nota bene, refers to note carefully. It is used for special instructions. Whenever it is given, mostly after this, some special instructions are given over there. What are those special instructions? You may use any letter more than once. Means any option can be used. The given options to you can be used more than once. Now, more than once is not twice, it can be thrice as well. More than once. In instruction, it is given use letter or words. Try to be careful with this. Now, one more important tip I would like to add here. What is the right time to transfer our answer? Simultaneously, at the end, or after completing a particular passage? So here my suggestion to you is, after completing a passage, try to immediately transfer your answers. Immediately try to transfer your answers. Why? Why you need to transfer your answers immediately? Because it will give you a feeling of relaxation during your exam. Holding something pending for a long time is the only reason we are always worried, we are always confused, we can't do other tasks because our attention is in the unfinished task. So try to transfer it. Now, can we leave any tough set of question in any passage and solve any other passage and then come back to it? Please don't do this. You won't be able to keep a lot of information in such a small time in your brain. So please don't do that. Now, there are many things to be learned in this, such as inference, paraphrasing, role of punctuation, which I have already discussed in my previous video. I'll be giving that link in the description if you want to refer that. Please go through. That is also going to increase your speed of reading, right? The role of punctuation is going to help you. There are some small practices like how to get the meaning from the context, what to do with unfamiliar words, how to solve a particular type of question, which will be part of our classroom teaching. If you want to join my batch, you can contact on the given number below. You can even be a part of my family of Instagram and LinkedIn. It is a big family and there are many updates you will be able to get regularly. Updates from IDP, Cambridge test, right? Some free audiobooks and books will be available over there. You can even ask some free content to me. I'm ready to share that with you for practice. Now, a bit more in reading what a student can do. Again, when you are going to do reading, for example, you are reading a particular passage, first of all, try to relieve all the tensions you are having, because the students who are panicked during the exam can never give their best. They can't give their best. Impossible. So, what it is, this is management of thought process as well. Again, to be a better reader, develop a habit of reading every day. Try to read newspaper every day. See, try to understand the connection. When when it is about speaking, anyone can speak. The one who is listening can speak. But for reading and writing, we have to read and write. Okay. When we are reading, okay, uh, it is hard to motivate this generation for reading because they are having audiobooks, recorded video sessions with them, and this is one of the drawback, I guess, because they are missing the good feeling of a reader. And also one statement, this you have to remember: readers are leaders. Readers are leaders. If you want to be a leader, you have to read. There is one very common question in speaking. They are asking that why most of the people are not happy or not giving good reviews to the movies which are based on books, because they are missing their own perspective over there. They are watching it with the perspective of director. It is hardly justified. A book is written for the reading purpose only, so it is really difficult to justify it in a duration of 3 hours. Sometime the way we are going to imagine the hero, we can't find that with the perspective of director. So some emotions can be felt better rather than viewed or watched anywhere. So there are many such reasons which are contributing to be a better person. So try to read at least a book in a week. That is possible. For that, the most important thing we have to do is we have to stay away from social media. And that is also possible. Now, let me talk about writing. Are you ready? Yes. It's time to start writing now. One of the most interesting module to teach. I love teaching writing. And even my students are very happy after writing classes. They feel like, yeah, these are the things they should have learned earlier in their life. And this is one module which is making them even proficient in email writing, in articles writing, in blog writing. There are many things. So, what exactly will be there in writing? Writing is again for 1 hour time. This writing consists of two tasks, where task one is image description. You are going to get an image and you are going to describe it in around 150 words, more than 150 when you need to write. If less than 150 you are going to write, it will affect your score. A 20 minutes time will be given to you. Approximately, it is going to carry 15 marks. Then, here is a difference. For general training candidates, the one who are writing for PR, for them, we are having letter writing as their part one. In letter writing, similar word limit, similar time will be given to them, but it's a letter writing comparatively easy task than the previous one. Task 2 is an essay writing. You have to write an essay on the given situation. Minimum 250 words you have to write here. 40 minutes time will be assigned to you. Approximate 25 marks you will be getting for this. You can write more words, but you need to make sure you are not going to repeat the words. Now, next thing is, what is the assessment criteria for this? If we are aware of this criteria, we will be able to achieve it in steps. So the first thing, have you ever seen any of the answer sheet of writing task? If not, try to find it on British Council site, or you can even get it from IDP. Why it is important to check that? You will be able to find on the bottom of the page that there is written four things: LR, C and C, TA and TR, GR and A. What do we mean by these? LR, lexical resources. Lexical resources. C and C, coherence and cohesion. Task achievement and task response. Task achievement and task response. And last we are having is grammar range and accuracy. What do we mean by range? Range means variety. In lexical resources, there are up to 15 tips we need to implement. Let me try to quickly give you an overview. I won't be able to type all of these here. We can't repeat the words, so try to use synonyms. We have to use high level vocabulary words. That is also important for us. We need to avoid contractions while writing. The right collocation we need to implement. Try to avoid cliche words. Another important thing while writing, try to avoid informal words, SMS language. We even can't use abbreviations. International abbreviations are acceptable in this. Repetition is going to affect your overall score, so try to avoid it. Mm, Make sure that you are using appropriate tone words while writing. Try to find out many synonyms for the topic you are going to write about. You have to be very careful with different transitional expressions and but. For example, are common transitional expressions. Try to avoid these. Next, coherence and cohesion. What do we mean by coherence? It's logical organization. There is a strategy how to write down paragraph that we need to learn in this. What should be our first line? How we are going to, what kind of lines we need to use in the middle of the paragraph? What is overall structure of the essay? Cohesion is how we are going to create connection between paragraphs, even in sentences. Our task achievement, are we able to complete the criteria of words first? Are we writing on the topic? Have we covered up all the parts of the question? Whether what opinion, what thesis statement we started our essay with, are we able to maintain it from the top till the bottom? So these are all the things you need to keep in your mind. So proper organization, and we can say brainstorming and mapping is important here. When it comes to grammar range and accuracy, there are many grammar topics need to be covered up in this. Parts of speech, subject verb agreement, tenses are also important to learn. Sentence structure is one of the most important part in this, because we have to use range means variety. We have to use variety of sentence structures accurately. Punctuations are very important to learn here. You can find the punctuation video in my channel itself. Try to watch it very carefully. Those will help you to get like overall point 0.5 band score, and especially in writing it can even contribute up to 1 band. Most of the students are unable to get more than 6.5 in writing. What's the reason? They are least bothered about punctuation. They feel like they are not in need of why to use comma, what's the use of semicolon, colon. No. Every single error will deduct 0.25, 1/4 of a mark. And just imagine 4 punctuation mistake is equal to loss of 1 mark. How to structure it? What are the lines need to be written in introduction? Is outline sentence necessary in all types of essay? How many types of essays are there? Are there any ready-made templates we can use in this? And what are those? These are in detail we are teaching during our live classroom sessions. There are some short tricks as well. More than 60 topics will be discussed. More than 60 essay current topics will be discussed during the classes. And covering up those 60 topics are going to help you equally for speaking. Try to understand this exam revolves around 4 to 5 topics, but we have to check it in a wider perspective. Education, transport, health, culture, national, international, cultural relationships. These are also in this, like this cultural topic is quite large, right? For example, even education, under education, technology, right? Communication, many subcategories are there. Private education, public education, funding for education, right? Under health, hospitality. There are many such things we are going to get. Transport comes under rule, regulation, mm, pollution, transport. We are also going to get about license, renewal of license. We are going to learn about mm, private and public transport, natural resources such as petrol and diesel. What should be our responsibility, right? Future version of transportations. So there are many such things in every topic we are going to have during our sessions, where discussions will be there. Full planning, structure, sample answers, right? How to plan it in 4 minutes and how to put it into right structure in the mm, proper manner, we are going to learn. Now, how are we learning our task one? To learn about task one, we are going to talk about all the different types of images such as bar graph, pie chart, line graph, and all the images will be covered up by the trainer, and similar type of image as a task in the class can be given as a part of writing, and even some time to make you prompt in your response. Oral participation is also there, where students are giving their answer at the same span of time. Some students who are not feeling much comfortable are writing it. So there is nothing like you have to speak on the first day of class itself. No, you can take your own time for this. Mhm. I'm thinking, how can I cover up all the writing strategy in this single class? Let me try to add one of the best tip in writing. Those who are going to write computer delivered exam, make sure you are going to type minimum 5 essays before your exam, otherwise you will be in trouble. Most of the time students are having no time to proofread. Missing proofreading means losing 3 marks minimum, because typos are very common. Your brain is engaged in thinking ideas, formation of sentence structure, wondering for vocabulary, that stuff. Those who are willing to learn in detail all about writing can be part of my classes. Let me talk about speaking now. Speaking is only for 11 to 14 minutes. That's it. What they are going to ask in this is divided into 3 parts, where part 1 is introduction. Examiner is going to ask you around maximum 12 questions in this. 4 to 5 minutes time will be assigned to you. Around 2 band score they are going to give in this. Coming to part 2, that is a cue card. A card will be given to you with one topic and 3 to 4 sub questions. On this topic, you have to speak 2 minutes continuously after a minute of preparation. And a little tough here, they are going to check your fluency. Then we are having part 3. This is discussion round with examiner, and this discussion you are based on cue card. Around 7 different types of questions they are going to ask in this. This is 4 to 5 minutes again. Very difficult and challenging part. Questions are abstract, analytical, possible with right preparation to get the good score. They can schedule this exam for the students who are writing paper based test before or after 7 days of exam, before or after 7 days of written test. For computer delivered test candidates, it's on the same day. It's on the same day. They are going to record the entire session, but this is only audio recording. In case you are not happy with your score and you want to apply for re-evaluation, that option is available, but it's quite expensive. Around 10,000 they are going to charge for this. But in some certain situations where, especially those who are writing it for general training, they are losing their score in any single module. In such cases, re-evaluation is helpful. It's expensive but helpful. 0.5 band score, you are going to get some time extra, and this will save your entire efforts, because giving this exam again is not easy. In speaking, there are different things they are going to check. What are those? Again, 4 things are there in assessment criteria. What are those? The first is fluency. Now, this is a matter of debate. Speaking fast is fluency? No, not at all. Maintaining your pace of speaking is fluency. Then, again, vocabulary. Vocabulary is like having the weightage of 25% in writing as well as in speaking. Again, they are going to check your range of grammar. Are you using different type of sentence structures or framing a similar type of sentence, and relevance, relevance of your answer. Are you answering on the topic itself? Whether your ideas are relevant, coherent. Coherent means well organized. Coherent, if yes, you will be able to achieve even this score. So all these four factors contribute weightage of 25%. During classes, we will be learning how to be fluent, what are the important vocabulary words. Rather than learning the entire dictionary, we will work on the words which are topic related. We will learn grammar, some idioms, important phrases, how to handle those questions for which we are having less ideas, how to speak continuously in cue card, what are the tips to prolong our answer, is there any structure which can save us in tough time during exam, what are the appropriate transitional expressions we can use while we are going to give speaking exam, what if examiner is rude, can we ask examiner to repeat the question? Yes, you can, but as a lifeline of KBC, not for every question we can demand to repeat. Speaking is one of the module where your state of mind, confidence, certain real time mock test with the trainer can help you and can save your long time of preparation, the money you invested for coaching as well as for your test. Test is also expensive. So what will be helpful, that is right mock test to overcome the fear of expressing. So for this, it is important to be under training to fill to fulfill these criterias, different things. For example, stress, intonation, we don't have to speak in any particular slang, we don't need to focus on any particular accent, not at all required. The way you are speaking in your own native accent, try to speak as natural as you are going to be, better for you. At the same time, here, what we need, that is most important, knowledge of phonics. It's very important at this. Of course, pronunciation is also one of the important factor which they are going to consider in speaking exam. What comes under pronunciation? Try to avoid mother tongue touch. Saying school as is school in this exam can be a problem. So such kind of things we just need to notice, and these are easy to improve. There is no rocket science behind it. Right direction will help you to cover up. There are 55 topics. 55 topics in speaking we are going to cover up, and your exam won't be beyond this. Exam won't be beyond this. Your exam will come from this only. Now, the most important thing is timetable. What should be our timetable? How long will be the duration? So, for this, it is quite easy to plan. Initially, when you started your coaching, we started with listening, then reading, writing, and speaking. One thing is noticed that listening and reading are two modules where self assessment is possible. Means you can give the mock test and you can check it by yourself. But writing and speaking are two modules where we need help of an expert. Starting the classes with the writing module is one of the best solution. Started with writing, try to give at least one essay every day to your trainer for assessment, and every day try next day try to get feedback on your weaknesses, then write a better one, and this is what will help you to be better during writing classes itself. After that, it is recommended to go for speaking classes. Once you are familiar how long you have to speak, what should be the duration of your answer, how many lines or sentences you can use for a particular answer. Can you explain if it is a topic of your interest? Can you say sorry if you are having less idea about any topic? So all these things once you will learn during the sessions, then in a week, or if you are planning to write it in a month time, minimum 2 mock tests you have to give to an expert. In this way, you will be able to overcome the fear. But one thing is important here, it is not that you conduct my mock test. There should be change. There should be improvement when from one mock test to second mock test you are moving. You need to engage your brain in learning process. Then only it is going to be productive. Now, here it depends how many mock tests of listening and reading one should do. 32 plus should be the aim out of 40. The day you will start getting 32 plus, after that you can decrease the frequency of writing mock test. But till the time you are not going to get 32 plus score in listening and reading, don't take risk of writing your exam. Because exam is giving a different type of pressure. There it is difficult to maintain the score we are getting during mock experiences. So this is all about the timetable. Now it depends on your schedule as well. During the classes, the students I'm teaching, usually they are sharing their own routine with me. Then accordingly, I'm designing the plan for them and sharing it with them. I hope you liked the session. For more such sessions, please do like, subscribe my channel. Your support will encourage me to give more such content to you. Thank you so much.